How we doing today, guys? I'm making kind of a quick, spontaneous video today. What I've been working on for the past probably 3 hours or so is there's my Holz Hausen woodshed. I made a video of this maybe a week ago, I think it was, when I gave my first woodpile tour of the year. But I'm getting near the end of the pile here, and every time I take apart a Holz Hausen, there's usually a mouse that, like, as I've been moving through the pile, it's been hiding under the wood. So I'm just curious to see if I end up catching the mouse by surprise when I lift one of these last logs. So we're just going to set the camera up and see what happens here. I got a little bit more to tell you guys after this video too, but let's see what we can do. I won't make you guys suffer through me going through this whole pile. But usually the mouse will just keep hiding till you get to the last couple pieces, so we'll keep our eyes open. Looks like I got a little overconfident on this one, huh? No mouse. The reason I thought we were going to see a mouse is when I was taking the wood apart, I found this, where's my foot? I found this little clump of leaves and such, which, you know, that's definitely a mouse or a squirrel's nest. I'm not really sure which. So what I was working on today, guys, was I just wanted to get this Holz Hausen, which I think has been here for a couple years. I wanted to get it into the shed because I didn't really have a lot of wood in the shed. So now all the wood that's in the Holz Hausen's in the shed, and it's got a chance to dry. And hopefully that's going to work out for the best. And I put all the smaller pieces in these smaller bins. This is going to be my kindling. I just put one load into the green barrel here. I'll use that sooner than later. This was really dry stuff. And I also, when I loaded the woodshed, I had started pulling wood from the other side. So what I decided to do was put the really dry stuff back on the other side, and I'll keep pulling from that side and the wet stuff on the back here. So, you know, this stuff, while it's wet, the wood is so old that within a month it'll dry out very nicely. Okay, guys, I'm not sure how well you can see, but you see the ring here, the darker ring? That is the inside of the Holz Hausen. And then there's like a foot outside. That's where that row of wood is that holds the Holz Hausen. And then we get back to the normal gravel. But you can kind of see the old shape of the Holz Hausen. So last video I talked about building a woodshed, and I'm still, you know, that would be really nice to do. But today as I was working, I was also just thinking that, you know, what if I just got a 2x6x10 and extended my little hoop house here another 10 feet. That would give me plenty of room to store some more wood here. And I think, unfortunately, this Holz Hausen is just a little bit short for the winter. But I think if I take it out another 8 or 10 feet, it'll give me enough capacity where I'll have plenty of wood for the winter, and I also won't have to, you know, load it so carefully. I usually very meticulously load the wood to get it, you know, as much in there as I can. The thing I like about the Holz Hausen was I just spent a lot of time disassembling a Holz Hausen so I could move the wood inside. And, you know, don't get me wrong, if you burn the Holz Hausen right away in one winter, it's not a big deal. Unfortunately, I opened the Holz Hausen last winter and let the leaves fall on it and didn't cover it. I've got something in my throat, excuse me a minute. So, you know, I just don't like making more work than I need to. And it just really, I don't enjoy picking wood out of leaves that's damp and moving it into the woodshed. So if I could take that step out of the process and just split the wood and put it right in the Holz Hausen and just always have a ton of wood in the Holz Hausen, you know, if I have a little bit left over next year, you can just start building the pile from the other end. You know, you're always thinking about different ways to do things. So that's today's thought. But let me change the exposure for you guys and show you the inside here. The inside of the shed you're looking at here is by no means a neat stack. But you know, if this stack was another 8 feet longer, I'd have plenty of wood anyways. I mean, it's a mild winter, this may be enough. But just a random thought on my Holz Hausens. I'm not sure where I was last video, but I've split about a cord since that last video. I think there were just a few pieces on the ground. So this is what we're looking at now. And I don't know, not really much to say besides it's just nice to be outside. It's December 1st. It's an absolutely gorgeous day. It's probably 45, 50 degrees outside, sun's shining, and it's just a pleasure to be outside. We'll see you guys soon. Take care.